What up, peoples? What up? We finna talk about something, man, because I'm getting tired of these messages, man. These comments are annoying. Every time we post something to inspire y'all, get a whole wave of comments that got everything figured out, but ain't figured out nothing. I've seen a lot of barbers that graduate school, and right away they adopt this mentality where I'm gonna be raising my prices, I'm gonna charge more premium cuts, I'm gonna do this. And they never really reach a high level income like the guys who just follow the systems that I teach. Fine. And like these guys are finding this income on $30, $25. We haven't even talked price increases. Imagine making $150K a year and you're only at $25 haircuts. We haven't even talked about increases in rates. You got guys that come out of barber school, work 3-4 years, and they barely hitting six figures. But it's okay because they charging $50 a haircut. I'm talking about guys who are charging $25, who hit $150K. Imagine when they raise their prices. They're grinding for a year. When they get to a place where they're making $150K a year and they raise their prices, we're not talking about making six figures on $50 haircuts. We talking about making $200, $250 a year on $50 haircuts. There's a difference. We teach our barbers to make $250,000 a year, $200,000 a year legally, the right way. When I show you guys barbers who are busting their asses to make $150K a year, that is just the beginning of the process. That's just the start. This is a 5-year plan to being wealthy. This is not a 5-year plan to making six figures. If that's the case, what are we doing? We're not just giving the information. We're not just teaching it. We're also implementing the products and the tools so that you can do it. So we started pie accounting, sharing how to build wealth, how to build real estate. In the last year, we've done over $2 million in real estate in the last year alone. While everybody's scared of purchasing, investing, all that stuff, me and my business partner, Danny, we've done $2 million in deals this year. It's not because we're hiding our money. It's not because we're paying all cash. It's because we know how the financial system works. We become bankable. We don't have nothing to hide. Can't nobody put a ceiling above us. It's like the difference between operating without a barber's license and operating with one. And guess what? We're teaching people how to invest in things that are tax-free, legally tax-free, because passive income is the least taxed income out there. You don't know that because you don't know the tax laws. Right? Look, we have pie accounting in beta right now. We've onboarded 20 barbers right now. By the end of the month, we'll probably be at 50 clients. That's just beta. When we open up to public, y'all better lock in. Because if you've never talked to bankers before, the moment you walk into a bank and you tell them you're a barber, right away, it's like, I don't even want to deal with this guy. This guy's going to waste my time. I already know he's not going to have any profit and loss statements. I already know he's not going to have a personal financial statement. I already know he's not going to have assets. Probably not going to have tax returns. Probably not even going to have a business account or a business entity. Probably not even going to have business credit. So right away, when you say you're a barber, you're disregarded in the banking world, right? Well, imagine walking into a bank and having all of that. You feel me? This ain't even about financial wealth. This is about making barbering a career. It's about making barbering a career. Anytime I post that stuff and you see people doubting it, it's very sad that they're doubting it because, man, it's such a low-level, basic idea and philosophy to us in my circle with my team. Like, you got Jordan, he's not even 6 months out of barber school, making $13,000 a month at $25 haircuts. The plan is October, he's going to raise his prices. That man's going to be making $200,000 a year in his first year barbering because he focused, he's disciplined, he followed the system, he put in the work. In the next couple years, man, that man's not going to have to work if he don't want to. Like, I'm not teaching you guys these fake that gurus on social media be teaching. This whole business credit, that's not what we're teaching. We're teaching people how to be able to stand on their own 2 feet, be honest about who they are, what they're doing, and get real financing. I'm not talking about getting you guys credit cards and shit. I'm talking about getting you guys real estate, assets, real lines of credit by telling the truth. It's a difference, man. But here's the thing, like, real estate is not going to solve your problem if you're not bankable. So some of you guys got 100K in the bank, but you don't got no tax returns. You're not bankable. You don't have a profit and loss statement. Because here's the thing, even if you don't use your credit, even if you don't use your own money to go buy real estate, nobody's going to fund you if they don't trust you. So a lot of banks, even though you won't have your name or it won't be reported to your credit report or you don't personal guarantee a loan, for example, they're still going to want to do their due diligence on you as an individual. And if they ask you for your profit and loss statements, for your personal financial statement, for your tax returns, for your credit, and you can't come up with none of that information, it's going to be really hard for real bankers to mess with you. The ship that you're on matters. I don't care how strong you are, how hard you paddle. If you're on the wrong ship, you're not going to grow. So Jordan did everything to the T. While he was in barber school, he was looking for the right ship. While he was in barber school, he was learning how to paddle. So when he got out of barber school, he got on the right ship. He paddled hard because he was training how to paddle. And that's why he's in the situation that he's in 6 months after barber school, maybe less than that. When you go to a shop, man, you got to understand you are getting the best vehicle possible. If you don't know how to do your research on what's the best vehicle possible, go learn. Go find out about the demographics in your area, the household income. Understand what drives traffic to a barbershop. Because here's the thing, if you're in a great location, that overcomes bad ownership. That overcomes bad leadership. If you know how to do things to grow your business, if you know how to paddle, then you'll be able to overcome bad leadership. I think that's super important, but imagine you have everything. You have great leadership in your shop. You have a great location. You know how to market. You have the work ethic. You know how to track everything, and you know how to make decisions based on data. Bro, you're going to kill it. You're going to kill it. Long story short, get good at marketing, become a marketing machine. There's a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. I tell all my mentees to go check that book out. And the reason why that's super important is because it teaches you how to take ownership in a shop, how to become the leader of your shop, even when your shop doesn't have the best leadership, and do it where the team at the shop doesn't even realize you're the leader. They don't even realize you're the leader. That's huge. If you can develop those skills, imagine when you outgrow that shop and you're ready to scale your business and open your own shit, right? Oh, you're going to be the best. I don't ever want barbers to just leave their shop. I want barbers to take that as a challenge to test their leadership skills. Take ownership of it. Make it your own. If you can make a shop that ain't yours successful, bro, I'm gonna tell you, September's already sold out for the mentorship. We're now accepting students for the October class. And there's probably 10, 11, 12 people in line waiting for their call to make a decision if they're gonna sign up or not. So October, I could tell you that our lock-in rate is 90%. If you do get in and you get a call, make sure you lock in, or you're not gonna be able to get into November. Bro, there's so much that we don't even promote on here. Like, if your credit's up, I can't let you go out like that. I'm gonna teach you how to fix your credit, and I'm going to help you fix your credit. I will actually do the work. I'll send out the letters. I'll look at your credit report. I'll send out the letters for you. We will improve your credit because that's important. The business credit, that is, if you're trying to go through business credit without good personal credit, that is a slow and painful way to get business financing. What I tell people is, like, let's skip all the bullshit. Let's fix your personal credit, because guess what? Your personal credit matters. Go try to lock a multi-million-dollar business in with bad credit. I don't care how good your business credit is. If you don't have experience and you don't have good personal credit, bro, they not going to rock with you. They not messing with you. I'm telling you. Take it from somebody who's done these deals. When you get to the level I'm talking about, it's not just the score that matters. The report matters. Credit mix matters. The maturity matters. How many revolving credit lines you have. How many installment loans that you have. How big of payments have you been able to afford. Your debt service. How much debt you can service. All of that matters. So just having a 760 or 750 isn't enough. I'll look at your credit report and I'll let you know how to improve it to where when you're ready to start building wealth, we can get there. But there's a process. First, you got to make real money. First, you got to be able to show it on paper. When we get ready to buy assets and shit, most of the assets you're going to buy is going to be without any personal guarantees. Not going to affect your debt to income ratio, right? But most lenders are not going to lend you money, even without a PG and all that stuff, if you as a personal entity aren't trustworthy. And how do they know you're trustworthy? You got to have you in order, man. With the system I teach, bro, our barbers, their first week out of barber school, $1,500. Their first week out of barber school. First week out of barber school, zero clientele. You start at headlines, you'll make $1,500. Your first week. If you follow the system and you put in the work, your first year, you can hit six figures. The first year, the second year, you're putting in work, man. You are grinding. Your first year, your second year, you're grinding. Some of the guys in our mentorship, their first year, they'll raise their prices and they'll get to 40, 50, 60 bucks. They'll make $200K a year on $50 haircuts. Okay. I can tell you, if you follow the system, you'll make six figures on $25 haircuts. There's a process. That's the first step. Once we get there, six figures at 25 bucks, then we start raising our prices. Now you can start making efficiencies in your business. If you decide that you want to make the same amount of money that you were making grinding, doing 4 days a week, 3 days a week, you could do that. But a lot of these guys, when they find out how to build wealth, they decide, I'm going to keep doing 6 days a week, because if I'm making $250 a year, I can get to financial wealth much faster than if I slow down. And I understand that people are in different seasons in their lives. Some people, their motivation is to be able to slow down, and that's good. That's cool. We're going to create that solution for you. Some of you guys are young. You're still in season one and you want to keep grinding. So guess what? When you hit season two for you is going to be building more wealth. The system is, step one is identify the correct ship. Once we hit a booking rate that makes sense, and I give you guys the spreadsheets or the tracking tools to be able to do that. Once we've hit certain KPIs, key performance indicators, that trigger decisions, then we start raising prices. We start making efficiencies in our business. But look, as somebody who started an accounting firm, I can tell you that a barber's focus should be top line revenues. Top line is money. Forget cost, forget profit. Is just driving revenues. The more money you make, the better. Okay. After that, then we start focusing on bottom line. But that's not your job. Your job is to start creating systems. If you've ever read the book E-Myth, okay, there are certain things that are not worth your time. All your time and energy should be spent on increasing top line revenues. Then you hire people to increase bottom line, which is your profits, which is your CPA, who tries to help you keep as much money as possible that you're making, who starts talking strategy and all that stuff, right? That's when you start talking bottom line. After that, we start investing our money, okay? Because now we've created efficiencies in our business. We've raised our prices. We have so much extra income that we're able to start really setting up our personal financial statements so that we can go to banks and we can start investing. The goal here is, guys, if you can get financing at 6-7%, because interest rates are crazy right now, not crazy, but they're at historical averages right now. They're not super cheap. We need to find assets that can give us 10, 15, 20% returns. And then we start using our amazing financial statements, leveraging it to build wealth as soon as possible. We want the best ROI in the least amount of time with the least amount of capital. If you're able to do that because your financial statements look amazing, you can leverage these banks. You can make that spread between that 6-7% interest rate, sometimes 2-3%. You take that money and you put it into assets that are making you 10, 15, 20%, which I can teach you how to do. Now we're talking about building wealth. Now we have become the bank. We have become the bank. When you guys are doubting that barbers are making six figures, to me, it's laughable, because in my circle, that's just the beginning, guys. It's literally surface level shit, man. And it just drives me crazy that I post content to inspire you guys that these guys are making money, blah, blah, blah. And the comment section is filled with a bunch of doubt. And it's like, bro, this is such basic stuff. The first level of marketing is word of mouth. And so you got to have this mentality where if you couldn't market to your clients, if you couldn't ask them for referrals, what kind of an experience would you give them to organically get them to talk about you? That's the first level. Word of mouth is the first level. And then we're going to create stacks on top of that to make it a machine of clientele. And we work up and we work up and we work up to paid ads. Guys, when I do paid ads, we get 30, 40 new clients a week. New clients a week. You got to build a stack that gets to that. All right, guys, I'm going to get off this thing. Y'all have a good night.